going to cover confusing word groups for first quarter grammar. One of the first rules with confusing word groups is IT'(s) versus ITS. IT'(s) stands for it is, as in it is a nice day. It's a nice day. The apostrophe replaces the I. ITS is a possessive form of it. Normally, you use an apostrophe to show possession, to show ownership. But the rule for pronouns is that you shouldn't use an apostrophe on a personal possessive pronoun. So therefore, ITS is actually ownership. Now, on your paper, as you're taking notes on the side, write numbers 1 through 4. Put IT'(s) or ITS for each of those 4 questions. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure out what word to put in the blank. A hint, if you're going to try to use IT'(s), you can put the words it is in the blank and see if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's probably possessive and should be ITS. Good luck. Pause the video now. Very well, and here are the answers. Now it's time to check your answers. If you got 3 of 4 or 2 of 4, you probably want to do some more practice on IT'(s) or ITS. The next rule we're going to talk about is good versus well. When you should use good and when you should use well. Good is an adjective. It describes a noun. You can do a good job. You can read a good book. Well is an adverb. It describes a verb, how well you're doing something. You're writing that paragraph very well. You are reading very well. When somebody asks you, how are you doing, your answer should not be good. Because you're describing how you're doing, your answer should really be well. Practice that one in the hallways. Here's some good and well practice. You want to, again, pause the video and take numbers 1 through 4 and put in the word good or well and see which one you think fits the best. Again, good is going to describe nouns. A noun has to come after it or before it. And well is going to describe verbs. Pause now. Here are the answers. Check them, see how you did, and again, if you didn't do very well, you might want to do some practice on no red ink in a bit to get some more practice at using good and well. Here's another pair, YOU'(re) and YOUR. YOU'(re) stands for you are. The hint in the sentence, if you can put in the words you are, you're going to want to use YOU'(re). Your is again possessive, and this goes back to that rule with ITS that possessive pronouns don't use apostrophes. So here your, YOUR, is possessive and shows ownership of things. Here's your practice. Again, write 1 through 4 and see if you can figure out what word to put in the blank. Go ahead and pause while you do your work. Here's the answers. Check them and see how you did. Again, if you didn't do very well, you'll want to practice your and you are on the no red ink practice. Here's another one. There, and there. THERE is a place. Fred is over there. If you can point to it and say there and have it make sense, then it's THERE. THEIR is possessive. Back to our possessive pronouns again. There's no apostrophe in it. THEIR. This is their cat. The cat belongs to them. THEY'(re) means they are. For example, they are going to the concert tonight. If you can put the words they are in the blank, you have to use THEY'(re). Here's some practice. Go ahead and pause and do the practice. And then when you're done, check your answers on the next slide. There they are. Hope you did well. If you struggle with this one, you might want to do some practice on no red ink. 2, 2, and 2. TO, TOO, and TWO. Most of you, I'm going to start at the bottom, know 2, T-W-O. Oops. T-W-O is a number. I want 2 donuts. I want to have 2 chances to win the money. T-W-O is a number. T-O-O means also. I saw Star Wars and my cousin saw it too. And my cousin saw it also. If you can put the word in there, then you need T-O-O. Also, T-O-O means extremely or going beyond. Like if something's too expensive or something's too fast or you have too little, then you need T-O-O. T-O is a preposition, and the problem with T-O is that it can be used for so many different purposes. You can use it in front of a noun, a pronoun, or a verb. Thus, if I were you, I would do the 2 tests for T-W-O, the number, and T-O-O as in also or extremely. And if none of those work, then you're pretty sure that it's T-O. Unfortunately, there's really no good hint for T-O. All right, here's your practice. This one does not have numbers, but you can certainly number your paper to 6 and put in the words that you think fit. In a bit, then you can move on and see the answers and see how you did. Pause the video now. Here are your answers. Hope you did well. And finally, one of the hardest ones for freshmen is the difference between affect with an A and effect with an E. Affect is a verb. It is an action. Some kind of movement action has to be performed. Affect. Effect is a noun. A synonym for effect is result. If you can put the word result in the blank and have it make sense, then it's effect. That's our best hint. So here's the hint again. Effect, result. Make sure you look for those E's. That's how you can remember which one to use. And finally, here's your practice. Number 1 to 3, and then pause the video and see if you can pick affect or effect for each one. Again, use the word results to see if you need effect. Pause now. Here are the answers. Hope you did well. If not, again, you can practice on no red ink. So here are the 6 confusing word pairs that we're worried about for this quarter. If you will please make sure you look them over, and I would pick 1 or 2 or 3 that you really need to review, because you are going to have class time to use no red ink, and you are going to be able to pick the practice that you need to do in order to do well on the test over all 6 of these. Hope that helps you out, and hopefully you won't use those confusing words incorrectly anymore. Have a good day.